So here's two stocks that originally, before I implemented this system, is definitely something that I wanted to get into, but it's not very successful in the past, is because they're solid companies that have bad earning reports, or something internal happened. Like, for example, CSL here, you can see it tanked like crazy due to the fact that it's splitting up its companies from the food thing. Um, and they're sacking a lot of its workers. So this is what we call a downtrend, and I don't want to start catching trades on the downtrend no more. So in terms of the charting here, you can see that my first target entry was 192.44. I I would have targeted this and I would have put an order in, except the fact that you don't know if it's going to keep dropping. Ideal entry was 161, right? 175. The reason why I would have put a first target here, and then I would have put a second order here. So that's catching the fallen knife. So all in hindsight, obviously, I would have done well. I would have bought here and I would have picked up 8% by now. But the question is, right? This is the long-term hold. See, I didn't want to trade CSL. I wanted it in my portfolio for a long term. But look at it; it's on a downtrend, so it can just come up to this um, resistance zone at 230 and then come straight back down. You don't know, and you'll be holding it for months or years even. For example, look at that. The downtrend started in July 2024. Another thing which changed my mind is that I should start chasing small companies that have potential growth. You can see it's been ranging and it's been doing nothing since Feb 2020. So, you know, well, when I say nothing, you think about it. If you can trade it, you're looking at a 20% up and down, up and down. So I decided, no, I'm going to sit this one out because there are a lot more companies to choose from. Another one is CBA. Perfectly. I waited patiently for it, and look at this. Yeah, last week it gave me confirmation, right? Strong confirmation that it's ready to continue its uptrend. But CBA to me is overvalued. How much further can it go? See, golden zone right here. So we get rid of a fib retracement. So look at the uptrend, but look how many times it hit perfect right here. And I remember clearly seeing this price at $100, and while it's ranging, I'm like, oh man, this is too expensive. Well, little did I know, look at this, 100, boom, rejection right here, perfect entry. And again, out, in again, out, in again. Who knows? It can still go up. But then I asked myself, CBA is so overvalued. How much further can it go? That's the question. Which that's the reason why I'm not entering it. But who knows? Let's see how far it goes. So this is good. I'm making this video so one day I can come back and see whether I made a mistake. Pretty sure I will. So CBA, my ideal entry, honestly, would have been $170. I saw that on Friday, did not enter. And with CSL, I guess I would have entered at the end of last week at around about 207. But ideally, if this was my long term, catching the fuller knife using my old strategy, I would have just chucked $5,000, if not $7,000 at 192. So 7%, I would have made around about $500 now on it. But anyways, long story short, this is a video to come back and watch in the near future.